All right, let's get into the Weekly Watch Report where we talk about the things we watched this week. Weekly Watch Report on Monday. 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 All right, let's get into the things we watched this week. I'm going to start off because I know that we both went to go see this, the drama with Robert Pattinson and Zendaya. Now, where do you feel on spoilers? I think we avoid.
I feel like
let's avoid.
Avoid? Okay.
Or we could say we're going
to to talk about it, I feel like, without... I mean, I guess you could allude to just something like crazy, but it is one of those things where I feel like it's kind of hard to talk about in depth.
All right, so let's throw a spoiler on the drama so that we could talk about it and fast forward enough time to not get it spoiled if you want to hear about the other things. Or should we put the drama at the end then?
Maybe we put it at the end.
Okay, we'll put the drama at the end.
Yeah, I like that.
So that we don't spoil it for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll put the drama at the end. I'm going to start off with Real Housewives of Rhode Island. This show is great. Oh my God. You know, here's the thing. I used to be like a die-hard Real Housewives fan. It's actually funny looking back. I got Fran into Bravo and Housewives and all that if you listen back to the radio days. And now Fran is so in it and I've kind of like fallen off on the Housewives at times just because it's hard to keep up with multiple going at the same time. And if the drama's lackluster, you lose me a little bit. Real Housewives of Rhode Island is it for me. I am loving these women. They are ridiculous. They are absolutely fucking ridiculous in an amazing way. We got alleged affairs and right off the bat, we're on episode 3. Like we already have alleged affairs, and the denial of the affairs is what's making me laugh even more. Lisa, her name is. Here's the thing: still learning their names because you know what, they were right when they said that they all look a lot alike. So
what's the average like age range here?
That's a good question. Liz, not Lisa. I think they're like in their 40s.
Oh,
no,
okay,
50s.
All right,
Okay, I think it's a wide range. I think 40s, 50s, 30s. Like Ashley I's in her 30s.
Oh, see, I was thinking way older. Okay.
Oh, no. So Liz, they're saying that she had an affair with Dino, one of like her and her husband's good friends. And she's talking to her husband, who's about to have like a Studio 54 party. He's turning 54, so they're doing like a fun Studio 54 disco party. They're talking about this alleged affair. She's like, come on, like, let's move. We got a lot of fun things to look forward to. Like, let's just move past this. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, come on, we got to look forward to the party. I'm like, this is the funniest denial of an affair I've ever seen. She's like, I mean, why focus on this when we have so many good things to look forward to? It's magical. It is magical. So I'm going to give right now Real Housewives of Rhode Island A-. I am thoroughly enjoying. I think it's entertaining right off the bat with these ladies. And I think it's going to be maybe the new fill-in for Jersey. I don't know. I know Jersey's coming back, I think. But I don't know. When you get new fresh blood like this, ooh, and now I'm talking like them. But when you
Wait, how do they talk?
Like Boston mixed with Jersey. Like their accents are insane. Britney Spears. Like it's one of the most wild accents. Alicia, one of the women on the show.
Like they grew up in Rhode Island.
Some of them grew up there, some moved. Alicia has the most wild accent I've ever heard on this show. You got to look up clips of her talking. Look up the clip and honestly throw it in here of her talking about running over a woman, and that's why she doesn't like to drive.
I don't like highways. I've gotten in accidents. I ran over a woman. I've gotten almost driven off a bridge. So I've been there. I've done that with driving.
You ran over.
Yeah, I ran over a woman.
Yeah, I ran over a woman. I don't drive.
Like killed her?
The producer's like, well, elaborate? Yeah, I ran over a woman. I'm still stuck on that. That was episode 2. Episode 2! We got someone talking about running over a woman. Did she die? Is she alive? We don't know. We don't have a backstory here, but it is golden. So that's an A- for me. Summer House this week. Woo! Weird shit. Mind-boggling and bizarre to watch Summer House this week. They throw a Vegas-themed party. Jesse Solomon, that's his idea, Vegas-themed party. You know what? Not dressing up for a change, just getting straight to the party aspect. I like it. West is canoodling with a woman, has the woman sit on his lap right next to Sierra. Body to body we got, okay? He's blacked out. He tells the girl, like, oh, I kind of dated the girl that's right next to you. She's like, should we move? He's like, nah, fuck it. Who cares, right? Bad. Bad for your guy, West Wilson, to hit that while he's blackout, being like, fuck it, who cares, right? They're kissy-kissy on each other. Then they move it to the daybed. They move to the daybed, and now Amanda gets involved. And Amanda's like, who's this whore West is, she doesn't say it like that, but she's like, who's this girl West is hooking up with? She goes, I'm gonna go in bed with them. Amanda gets on the daybed with West and this girl. And then West starts like playing with Amanda, and he's like, yeah, come in with the cuddle. Starts playing with like Amanda's hair and stuff from the back. And then she gets up and she's like, watch my ass as I walk away. Wait? What the fuck are we watching? Then we watch Sabrina get in bed and West is touchy with her. West is just a touchy guy, just touchy with her. And they were doing too much almost. Like, Sierra wasn't even like that. Like, Sierra was upset and thought it was rude. Like, he crossed a boundary. She said the words like, how can you be my friend when you don't even see me? Like, you don't even take what I'm saying into consideration. You don't even see me. Literally, I'm sitting right next to you. You don't care. They seemed like Amanda seemed more upset than Sierra at points, but disguising it, and now I say disguising, I don't know, as if she was extremely upset for Sierra. And she gets so mad at West. Kyle jumps in, is like, you're being unfair. Amanda gets so mad that she storms off and slams the door shut. And now everyone's like, why are we seeing Amanda get so upset for Sierra? About West hooking up with another girl. But then she herself hooks up with West. Like, it was a mind-boggling episode to watch. Because Mia went on Watch What Happens Live, and even she was like, just alone, Amanda walking away, being like, watch my ass as I walk away. Why are you saying that to your friend's ex? That shit's weird to me. You know what? They're all just a little bit too fucking touchy in that house anyway. You know what? And we've all just chalked it up as like, this is how the cast of Summer House acts. They're all just flirty with each other and touchy with each other. Yeah, they all just like get in bed with I don't know. Like, I haven't seen a lot of friend groups act like that, where like you get into bed and Wes is tickling your head. Why? I've never had a guy friend just tickle my hair like that. And I wouldn't be okay with it either. Especially as a married woman, it would be like, get your dirty paws off me. And I know my husband wouldn't like it either. Get your dirty paws off her. It's weird. You know, I don't know. I don't think I'm being too like, what's the word? Like sensitive about that. Like, right? Like, is your guy friend just tickling your head? No. I don't think Tyler would appreciate that. Like, no, like, it's fucking weird. So that was just mind-boggling to watch. And then Sierra is having a heartfelt conversation with Mia and Amanda. And Sierra is so there for Amanda with you know, everything. And it just, and it seemed reciprocated in this, but clearly it's not. I don't know. Now the speculation is like, was Amanda upset West was hooking up with someone else because it was her that was hooking up? Like, it was very bizarre. And now Andy Cohen teased on his radio show that this episode is even worse coming up. And it's like, he said it's like, and he said in a whisper tone, he was like, it's like watching Vanderpump Rules when you know what happened with Raquel and Tom. And you watch it back and you got these chills down your spine. Because you're like, the foreshadowing, if it was foreshadowing, or was it happening? Was it happening at that time? Because this whole episode was fucking weird. And now I'm very interested. You know, listen, sometimes we get the screeners. Chop, send those screeners over. I want to see what the fuck happened. Because Andy made it seem juicy. And, you know, Kyle's like responding on threads, being like, I don't want to see this and that. And, you know. So we'll see. Beef is back for season 2. Whole new plot, whole new premise. Watched the first episode.
I really wanted to watch that. I didn't get to it yet.
Pretty good so far. I was in and out of
People
it, though.
are hyping it up. I've seen.
Yeah. Pretty good so far. I like the premise of the show, but I only watched one episode. I fell asleep. So
Oscar Isaac, isn't it right?
yeah. Carey Mulligan.
Yeah.
It's a good cast. I will give it a B+ so far because I once again fell asleep.
How many episodes are there?
I don't know.
I feel like it's probably not that many.
I don't know. TOC. Didn't watch Sunday night's episode. The ending might have came. I don't know. I'm only up to the Dragon Slayer beating Mustache Joey Sasto out of the competition. TOC is just a B+ all around. Classic show. You know what you're getting. You know it's nothing crazy, but it's cooking and it's battle, and sometimes you're shocked. Lastly, I watched Roommates, Adam Sandler's daughter, Sadie Sandler's new movie.
I didn't even know about this.
Yeah. This is now her second, because we had the Bat Mitzvah
Oh yeah.
movie.
Oh yeah.
Good movie.
But Adam Sandler's not directing it, is he?
Well, it's Happy Madison Productions, but I don't
So,
think
yeah.
he's directing. Double check that. Good movie. I enjoyed it. I'll give it a B. Entertaining enough. You know, I'm sure people can relate to it a lot. Roommates and such in college. And it's fun. Like, I think that she's really good. I think she's Adam Sandler's daughter. She's got the comedic timing. So I enjoyed it. I'll give it a B. And
Yeah, he didn't direct it.
that is everything new that I watched. I turned on Temptation Island. And every time I turn on Temptation Island, I'm just shocked at what I'm watching because I'm like, why are you here?
I thought about starting that just because of
it's
the
so
viral
absurd.
clips.
But I'm just like, why are you here? So I sometimes like you just got to be in the mood for it. I wasn't exactly in the mood for that, but I'll probably pick it up just to watch for easy background noise. And that is everything new I watched.
All right, I've been watching a ton of Mad Men. I'm like
You're in
halfway
it.
through season 2. That's the thing now. It's like when you start an old show like this that has 7 seasons and you like it. That's kind of why I've been putting it off. It's because I don't want to get. Now I'm locked into it where I'm like, otherwise I would have watched Beef already. I would have watched these news. It's hard because like any TV time that I usually have, I'm just putting Mad Men on now. But it's really good. Like I'll give it an A-. I'm like halfway through season 2 right now. I think I have to like walk my John Hamm stance back a little bit. Like,
Dude,
he's good.
he's great. When we went to the movies, there was a John Hamm commercial that played, and it was like,
Commercial.
no, it was like a really sad commercial about like sick kids with John Hamm like being the voice. I immediately felt bad the way I was degrading him last week. I was like, I immediately like I got a flashback of the clip of me talking about John Hamm, and I was like, I mean, this guy is just trying to help some sick kids, and I'm out there degrading him. Disgusting.
You know what? I also forgot he was really good on Curb Enthusiasm. I'm getting fed John Hamm stuff now. He was good in The Town. Like, I don't know. I think your Friends and Neighbors, his character in that kind of is what I was talking about mostly. But I'll give it an A-. Like, I'm locked in. Some great characters in that show, and it's just interesting, like that time period, because like the whole show, it's like it starts in season 1 is 1960, and then apparently they end the show in 1970, so it's like that whole decade.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm locked in, so that's an A-. The Pitt finale, season 2, I watched. There's some great moments, some emotional moments. I was kind of like let down a little bit in terms of like they didn't really like tie everything up. There are a lot of like loose ends. I didn't really feel like fully satisfied in the way that the show ended. I'll give it a B+, to be honest. Like it was good.
Ooh, and you
But
always
low
said
for
that
my
the Pitt was
standards.
always an
Low
A.
for my Pitt standards. Yeah, I don't know what I was expecting, but yeah, there were some really, really good scenes. There were just so many different, like if people are watching the show, like I thought that Robbie and Langdon were gonna have like a bigger, like resolve, like the two of them, and that kind of didn't happen. yeah, I don't want to spoil too much. It's hard when like the kind of the whole like season is kind of like, is Robbie, there's no other way to say, like, is he gonna like kill himself, like, or, but it's like we know he's not if the show is coming back. But I see a lot of people saying they want like a night shift season now. I think that'd be cool, but I'd prefer just to bring it back, because like each season ends with like, all right, now the new shift is in,
Right.
and the main guy in that night shift is a great actor too. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for season 3. I think I saw Ken Jack talking about this. The fans of this show online are insane. Like if you're on that Twitter or like TikTok algorithm, like it's crazy. But I'll give it a B+. Still like one of the better shows I'm watching. I just felt a little like there was more. Your Friends and Neighbors, episode 3, season 2. That's like a solid B. Have you been watching or no?
We were gonna watch last night, and I wanted to watch Beef. I wanted to like, because people were hyping that up, and then I ended up falling asleep anyway, so didn't get to catch up on that.
That's just like a solid B for me right now. And again, like James Marsden is like, I don't think it's like a spoiler.
James Marsden was in my dream last night, but like watching him on TV, weird. You know when you like hear something that reminds you of your dream?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
James Marsden, basically, I don't think it really spoils anything, but he like catches John Hamm like robbing his house, so now he basically like has John Hamm working for him. But I mean, James Marsden is great. Like, even if the show sucked, I'd still watch it.
Yeah.
For James Marsden. And so that's a B. I watched this documentary on Hulu called Sky King. I've seen the video. I had seen the videos and like about this story on TikTok, but not like there's a whole documentary, so there's way more context. But it's basically about this kid in his like 20s. He stole a commercial airplane. Like he like worked on the runway as one of those guys, and he just got in one day, just got into the plane and took off. Like,
that's insane.
And they didn't know, like, it's the craziest thing. And so they're like, it's the whole backstory. Like, it's very sad because he's clearly like depressed and like going through stuff. But he was like super nice, like, because they're talking to him like, hey, like, let's just have you land the plane, like, buddy. And he's like, I don't want to hurt anyone. I'm just trying to like see the sights right now. And he ends up like killing himself, like just crashes the plane. But
that's
wild.
wild.
It's a crazy story. It's an insane story. And but it was very good and like very sad. I'll give it a B+. I watched Euphoria last night, episode 2, where like it's just one of those shows now. It's kind of like DTF, where I'm like annoyed that it's on TV because I have to watch it. Like,
so many people love it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
we talked about
stunned.
it last week, and we posted some clips, and a lot of people responded to the clips being like, you guys are nuts. Like, the show's so good.
Yeah, I don't know who these people are.
I didn't watch the second episode.
Who are saying this, or where you live, like, or if you're real.
If you're real.
But
That's true. That's true. It's a good question to ask.
Yeah, because it's just like, I'm like, I want to watch Beef, I want to watch Mad Men, but I'm like, I gotta watch Euphoria. It's just one of those shows. I will say this week's was better. It's still absurd for the most part, but at least like there's more interconnecting of characters this time around, where it doesn't feel so like disjointed. Like Maddie is talking to Rue, and then Maddie meets up with Cassie, and the Cassie OnlyFans stuff is still just absurd. Like, it's crazy. Like, I mean, it's the character, I get it, but like some of the things that I have Sydney Sweeney doing in this show, I'm like, this is crazy. And like during one of the shots of her like doing an OnlyFans thing, they literally like are narrating the show and being like, Cassie's one of those girls who will do like embarrass herself for attention, and it's hard to not see it as like not just Cassie, like the way that. But yeah, it's still not good, and like it feels just like such a different show. Like I feels like I'm watching a different show with like
I mean,
the same characters.
I've seen the reaction of people being like, well, they are 5 years older. So it is sort of different because it is a different show. Like they're not in high school anymore, and it is like them as adults. But something it just feels like it should have just ended.
Yeah. I'll give it like a C- compared to like I think I gave it an F last week. Because it's like entertaining at points. There's certain storylines that I care about or I'm more interested in than others. And now it's like this. I don't want to spoil it, but it's like now it's like Rue and Jules are back together. Like, is that gonna be a thing? Like, yeah, I'll give it a C-. Like, I'm gonna keep watching it, but it's not great in my opinion. And then the drama.
The drama. Okay, so if you did not see the drama and you don't want it spoiled, then fast forward this part where we're going to talk about it with spoilers. So huge spoiler alert about the drama. So this is the movie with Robert Pattinson and Zendaya. They're getting married and they are at their wedding tasting, their food tasting, and they're with another couple friend and they go around the table and say, what's the worst thing you've ever done? And
going into this, I knew nothing other than I think Fran had said like something bad happens or it was something really bad like or controversial.
Right.
So I knew that, but I literally knew nothing going into this.
Yeah. So I had seen this spoiled because people were talking about like whether or not they should have warned people about the discussion topics in this movie because of how heavy it is and, people going in and not knowing what it's about. And then, it's a lot like PTSD, like it could be a lot triggering for people. So they get to this, the tasting, they go around, gets to Zendaya, and she says that she planned a school shooting when she was younger. Didn't go through with it, but planned it, got a weapon, the whole thing. And immediately everyone's like, what?
And like at first I think like at least around Pat, like they kind of thought she was
joking. They thought she was kidding. And
because they had just said like very innocent, like what's the worst thing you did? Like, oh, like I like just stupid stuff.
Right. And then like, it was like all like things when they were younger. And it's one of the Haim sisters.
Yeah.
And
she's been in a bunch of movies.
It's Alana. She was in
One Battle
After Another. She was great in this movie. She was really good.
Was.
She plays Rachel, Emma, Zendaya's character's closest friend. And immediate reaction is terrible, obviously, because they're like, okay, wait, do we have a psychopath on our hands? Rachel's character is like, my cousin was a victim of a school shooting. She's paralyzed now, like, and Robert Pattinson, the whole movie is basically like Robert Pattinson trying to get past this and trying to like justify this and justify marrying her.
And I feel like it's one of those things of like, can people change? Like something like this, it's like, however much time goes by, it's like, are you able to like change who you are?
Right. Because,
or are you scared that person is still like that person?
Right. Because the conversation right before she revealed that was Robert Pattinson, and he was like, I cyberbullied a kid when I was like 14. Yeah. And they were like, okay, you were 14. Like, that was the conversation. They were like, you were 14. Like, who cares what you did when you were 14? And then it was Zendaya. She was like 14 or 15. And it was immediately like, wait, that brings up the conversation. Like, can she change? Like, is this person still? And then it's really just like a movie that keeps you on edge the whole time. The whole thing is terrible. And it's Robert Pattinson's character trying to like justify it because he knew her without knowing this. And he's like, do I still marry her? Is she a psychopath? He's scared of her. And here's the thing, like, I thought it was good. People are making it seem like it was the best movie they've ever seen. I didn't feel that way. But I do think it was like an original idea. Obviously, we've never seen something like this before. And there's a lot of thought-provoking messages in this movie, I think.
I think not knowing anything, like, going into this made it a lot better for me, where, like, I really wasn't expecting it to be, like, so heavy. Mm-hmm. But it was also very funny at
There
points.
were funny moments, too. and it is such a heavy topic, but there were also little tidbits that were funny. So yeah, it was
thought
interesting.
It was good. And like Robert Pattinson was great.
Yeah, I thought that they were both really great.
Zendaya was good.
I thought that Alana was great. Like I thought that the acting was phenomenal, and it was such an original idea. Like
that's the refreshing part about it. I think is that like I've never seen this premise or like movie before. Because kind of going in, I don't even know what I was expecting, but it was just like this really kind of like was not expecting that. So.
And then it comes back around at the end, and because Robert Pattinson ends up cheating on her in a state of like he doesn't even know what the fuck's going on with his like assistant. She finds out at the wedding. The wedding's a whole big mess, and then they kind of like come back together at the end. I don't know. I thought it was good, but I'm not like there. I see some people being like, "This was fucking amazing." Yeah. That's not the level I'm at, but I thought it was good and an original idea, and I thought that Zendaya and Robert Pattinson were great. So I would give it a B+.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think B+.
There were a lot of coming attractions for A24 films that are coming. That, man, they are just cooking it up. The Seth Rogen, Olivia Wilde one looks interesting. The Invite seems like Penelope Cruz, and
that one looks
seems
good.
like some sort of swinger situation happening. There's another one. I have no idea what's happening. The Rooms, like the really big
that
rooms.
one I saw. Yeah, that one seems disturbing.
Like there's a lot. A24.
There's a lot of movies in general like coming out that look really good.
Nick Jonas. We talked about this last week. Nick Jonas and Paul Rudd. They have a movie coming out where Nick Jonas plays like a Nick Jonas, and then Paul Rudd's like, I wrote that song, and it's like a whole thing. That seems fun. A lot of good movies, I think, coming out.
The Odyssey.
Yeah.
Dune Part 3.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be, like we were talking about like how's this year going to be topped with movies, but when you actually go to the movies and see the coming attractions for movies that are coming out, you're like, oh wait, there are good movies coming out.
That's what I also like. I try to not watch, like I had seen that the Seth Rogen trailer like came out online and I just didn't watch it. So then when I was in the movie theater and saw it for the first time there, it's like, it's a more fun experience.
It feels more grand. It just feels like, oh, there's a movie coming out with Olivia Wilde and Seth Rogen. Like, when actors like spread that message of going to the movies, you're like, okay, we got to go to the movie. But then when you really are there and you see it, you're like, you know what? They're so right.
And there's just element
such a different
community
element
where like during the drama, like I said, it's like a very serious, heavy topic. But there are points where like everyone in the theater is laughing, and like that is different than if you were just on your couch and like sitting in silence. Like I don't know if I'd be laughing as much, but there's like a bunch of people.
Right. And also wondering if you should be laughing.
Yeah.
Right? Because there are parts where you're laughing and other people in the theater are laughing. So you're like, okay, this is funny.
Yeah.
But if you're home watching that movie and you're laughing, you're like, am I supposed to be laughing at this?
Yeah.
Like there's a sense of that element as well. But it was good movie. And they did like so much marketing for it, and they'll be together a lot, these two. So
yeah,
that wraps it up. That's everything we watched this week.